All of this justified, motivated our fundraising, which we tried to minimize because we could have raised much more, but we just wanted to minimize the dilution for our shareholder, just to get to the point where we will be in a much better position once these commercial agreements will be on the way.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Francesco Gardin, the CEO of Quantum Blockchain Technologies. Francesco, very good to speak with you. Could you start by telling us about the £500,000 placing today?
Sure. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you again for having me with you. Yes, so we are facing a number of events where we want to get there prepared with a good cash position. The main one is going to Las Vegas at the end of this month for the Bitcoin 2026. And when we sit with the potential partners, we want to do that in a position of cash which is comfortable. Moreover, we have now had to delay the porting of our Method C to new platforms for the companies that we signed the NDA, apart from the first one we started, which is not their ideal situation. Moreover, we will meet new ASIC manufacturers, apart from the three NDAs where we sign in Las Vegas. And we would like to be in a position where if there is an interest to explore a porting of their platform, we are not going to say, sorry, come back next year or come back at the end of the year, which is not ideal from the commercial point of view. And also let's not forget that we called Quantum, and that's for a reason. So, I mean, we haven't abandoned at all our quantum initiatives, and which we actually wanted to resume. So all of this justified, motivated our fundraising, which we tried to minimize because we could have raised much more, but we just wanted to minimize the dilution for our shareholder, just to get to the point where we will be in a much better position once these commercial agreements will be on the way.
You mentioned porting to new mining rigs. Is this different from the NDA ASIC manufacturers?
Yes, indeed, because as you may expect, we are continuously interacting with the other ASIC manufacturers, apart from the three ones that we signed with. This is something which is always going on in the background, and we have a meeting already scheduled in Las Vegas with these manufacturers, different from the three that we have signed the NDA with. So we want to be ready if there is a mutual interest to go ahead and not delay by 6 months the start of the porting on their machines.
What's the idea behind the new subsidiary company BlocKeeper, and how will this new code benefit from QBT's 5 years experience in the international Bitcoin community?
Sure. We for many years we have contemplated the idea to mine Bitcoin ourselves, which is a very capex and opex intensive activity, and at the same time we were trying to monetize our technology, not only through deals with ASIC manufacturers, but also directly. And after a long time of analysis of the existing mining companies, the economics of these mining companies, we have adopted this model, which is a virtual mining model. Basically, we don't mine, but we buy hashing power, which is actually the computation which goes on the mining rigs. And it's a very opportunistic approach because we buy it only when it's convenient to buy it. And of course, it is still, although at different level of scale, a capex intensive activity. Therefore, we don't want to cause dilution within QBT. And let's remember that the main goal of QBT is a technology company to develop technology. And so we came up with this new company, which basically we will perform virtual mining. We will use all the contacts and also the technology of QBT, but it will be a separate entity.
And how soon might BlocKeeper complete its Aquis submission, Francesco?
We've been working on this project since last year, middle of last year. We set up what we believe is a stellar team, and we've been appointing nominated, is not a nominated advisor in Aquis, but is a corporate advisor. We appointed a PR company. We drafted the admission document. So we've done a huge amount of work. So I cannot predict whether it will be next month, in 2 months' time, 3 months' time. There are also other elements to assess before going to the admission. But there's been a huge amount of work done, and we believe, in a very good position.
Just finally, Francesco, how did the bondholders meeting go yesterday?
The bondholder meeting went very well. We have the support of our historic shareholder and bondholder. I received many questions about why we wanted to approve this clause where if the company is delisted, then the bonds cannot be called, but have to wait until the natural maturity of the bonds. There is no plan to delist the company. Let's make it very clear. I don't rule out that if we get a super offer for our technology, which is conditional delisting, we may, but as of today, there is no plan to delist. It's just a clause in the terms of the bond, which was approved in 2013, that I never liked. And this time we took the opportunity to remove this clause, which doesn't really make sense, because if in any event a company has to delist, and then the bonds are immediately payable, I don't think is a good idea, which we did it, but there is no secret plan behind this of the listing.
Well, Francesco, thank you very much for the updates. I hope you'll keep us posted on progress with BlocKeeper.
Thank you, Stephen, as usual.
Francesco Gardin, the CEO of Quantum Blockchain Technologies.